protester being shot dead allegedly by the CRPF. We really don't know how it happened, but let me tell you, we are right now reporting from Singmari, which a while back had been a flashpoint. In fact, these are the visuals which perhaps speak about the enormity of kind of skirmish and the face-off that happened between security forces and the protesters here demanding separate Gorkha land. Several vehicles of the security forces have been torched. There is a simmering anger on ground. Let's give you these live visuals. My video journalist Surendra Rawat is beaming these live visuals. And as we speak, the body of the slain GJM worker has been taken immediately. It was rushed to the army hospital. We also know these exclusive details here from the flashpoint zone that several columns of army has taken over here as we speak, and they have cordoned off the area. They have sanitized the area. SP, IG and as well as ADG, they are personally monitoring the situation. Deepthi, yes, people were already very angry because the way certain sections of media were reporting as far as the recovery of arms, quote unquote, is considered.
But you know, Sakal, what's really happened? Why did this protest that was essentially peaceful got so violent? What's been happening over the past 2 days there?
See, the violent, something which really triggered the ugly part of violence was when the one Gorkha Janmukti Morcha worker was shot dead. And that kind of spiraled the whole situation. But in the last 15 to 16 hours, the kind of developments that we have seen on ground. A, the detention of Vikram Rai, who is the GTA media coordinator. When he was taken at around 12:30 in the night, he was arrested and then released after 4 to 5 hours of interrogation. People were very, very angry about the fact that how could a journalist be taken into custody? That's like gagging the media. B, as far as the house of one of the houses of Bimal Tamang, he is the Assistant General Secretary of the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha. His house was allegedly ransacked at around 3 a.m. in the night. They got a call at around 5 a.m. in the morning asking us to come and cover those visuals and the way the whole property was being vandalized. And as we speak, Mr. Tamang and the entire GJM faction have come very heavily on the TMC cadres, alleging that police is something which assisted TMC cadres. The way the house has been vandalized, you don't really get to see the smashed window panes as far as the raids are concerned. Well, what is it that the police had to carry out these raids? And if they were proper raids, then why is it that at 3 in the morning such raids have to be carried? In fact, there has been an official statement by Binay Tamang saying that his father, his 88-year-old father was intimidated, and in fact he was threatened that you must tell your son that if you don't fall in line, we are going to make your life miserable. That's in fact one of the parts of that particular official reaction coming in from GGM. And also, you know, the vein of the whole situation has taken a U-turn, in the sense we were earlier talking about the conflict and the unprovoked lathi charge, but now the situation has gone to a next level. Now one dead body has been, after the death of one GGM being shot dead, he's been taken into the army hospital. This is now going to take a very, very critical turn because till now we haven't really seen casualties. We were thinking that police has by and large managed to contain the situation. What was actually the plan of action in the morning was to carry out the Dandi March. That's what they were calling it. Dandi March, not only from Darjeeling, not only from the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha workers, but all the movement supporters from Kalimpong, from neighbouring Kursealong, from Mirik were all set to join, also from Duar's region. Remember, these 4 divisions and subdivisions are considered to be the stronghold of the Gorkhas here. But now, Deepthi, you know, in the last 48 hours, it's actually panned out like a big movement wherein Gorkhas from all over the country are all set to join the movement. You know, they are angry on the media. I must report this also. There is a simmering anger towards media by and large in general, because remember, 2 days back when we reported those raids, the recoveries that were reported by all the channels, by all the medias, print whatsoever, they are angry because they are saying, why are you calling it arms? How can you call bows and arrows arms? These are traditional items. These are the agriculture equipments do not fall into the category of ammunition. So that kind of anger has now snowballed into a bigger agitation that you cannot call those recoveries as arms and ammunition. And as we speak, Deepthi, also I must say, there is this Bimal Gurung, we don't know where he is. You remember in the last 1 week, Republic TV has spoken to him exclusively for more than 4 times. Bimal Gurung continues to be in undisclosed location. One of the television channels some days back reported that he has been arrested. Well, that was absolutely false. Bimal Gurung, right now we don't know where is he. He continues to be underground. His location is undisclosed. In fact, yesterday he did circulated a message in Nepalese charging on the Mamata-led government, saying that it is her dictatorial policies and we are going to get back in a big way. We haven't heard from Bimal Gurung. Now we'll have to see what kind of reaction will come because there has been one casualty in this massive standoff between security forces as well as all the protesters. These are not only Gorkha Janmukti Morcha protesters. There were people joining the crowd as we were reporting. The crowds were actually swelling on the ground. And Republic, we caught those visuals live when the body of that slain GJM worker was brought in, and I cannot explain, Deepthi, the kind of volatile situation it turned out to be. They were trying to cover his body with the Indian tricolor. There were women who were wailing. They were saying that what was the need to actually shot him dead? What was the urgency to actually shot him dead? Well, we're actually waiting from an official reaction from IG, from their side of the story. What really led to that particular firing? We are being told that several rounds of several rounds were fired. But police will have its own explanation because police is here to contain the law and order. And if at all they resorted to firing, there must have been some sort of retaliation or provocation from the other side. We are waiting to hear from IG himself, and I think I get a sense that he's going to give a media statement. Deepthi.
But Sakal, in the middle of all this, where is the Chief Minister? Why doesn't she believe it's important to speak up? Because, you know, somewhere she needs to reach out to these protesters. She needs to tell them that we are ready for a conversation. Do not indulge in violent protests. Or perhaps she needs to have a message for the police. But, you know, I'm just looking at a Twitter handle here, Sakal. There is not a word on what's been happening in Darjeeling. She's instead been tweeting birthday wishes to people.
Let's stay with this. Oh, that's absolutely shocking, Deepthi. I wasn't really aware of it. Well, if she calls Darjeeling the most integral part of West Bengal, is this the opportune moment for the Chief Minister to come out and send birthday greetings across? I mean, she should be the first person to actually express condolences whatsoever, whether he was a protester, whether he was pelting stone on the police personnel, but he was shot dead. Do you actually retaliate to a stone with a bullet? How is Chief Minister now going to answer this? Is this her iron fist policy? Well, we at Republic are reporting from the ground. We are bringing to the people the voices from the ground. If you remember yesterday when we showed our viewers the order of the Chief Judicial Magistrate, which was actually highlighting the massive discrepancies about how the inspection memos have been compromised more than once, and the observations that have been made by the Chief Judicial Magistrate in his own order about the custodial torture injuries found on the bodies of Dhanmay Tamang, also Sanjeev Thamang and Santosh Thapa. Now, police will say that these are all fudged up reports, but even if they are fudged up reports, Chief Judicial Magistrate's copy cannot be fudged up. Everybody, every second or third person on ground telling Republic that we feel suppressed cannot be fudged up. Every third person from Gorkha Janmukti Morcha and all the Gorkhas here, in fact, when we've been in fact talking to them live on our broadcast, that why is it for them important to take law and order into their hands? They say that TMC or police ek hai. I mean, look at this. Why every second person has to say the same thing? And that also reminds me, if you remember when we did reported that Dhanmay Tamang story, I'm sure you remember when we did, Republic was the only channel to have actually traced the family members, and the daughters were ready to come on camera. We were the one who decided to morph their faces. They were ready.